If you picture a doctor, there's a good chance you imagine this. A white coat. It's become one of the most recognizable symbols in medicine. But here's something interesting. Doctors haven't always worn white. In fact, for most of history, they wore something very different. Go back a few hundred years and medicine didn't look the way it does today. Hospitals were not clean. Doctors didn't fully understand how diseases spread. And instead of bright, sterile environments, medical settings were often dark, crowded, and unsanitary. Because of that, doctors typically wore darker clothing. Black coats were common. They didn't show stains easily. And at the time, medicine was closely associated with death, not recovery. So the image of a doctor was very different from what we see today. Not bright, not clean, not reassuring. Everything started to change in the 1800s. This was the time when scientists began making major discoveries about germs and infection. For the first time, people started to understand that diseases could spread through bacteria, and that cleanliness actually mattered. Medicine began to shift from something uncertain and often ineffective to something more scientific, more precise, more trustworthy. And with that shift came a change in appearance. Doctors began adopting white coats. At the time, white was strongly associated with science, laboratories, experiments, clean environments. Scientists often wore white to show that their workspace was sterile and controlled, and doctors wanted to align themselves with that same image. Wearing white sent a message. It said, "This is science. This is clean. This is modern medicine." But there was also a practical reason. White fabric makes it easy to see dirt, stains, or contamination. If something gets on a white coat, you notice it immediately, which encourages more frequent cleaning. So the color wasn't just symbolic, it also reinforced better hygiene. Over time, the white coat became more than just clothing. It became a symbol. It represented professionalism, authority, trust. Patients began to associate the white coat with knowledge and competence. There's even a term for it today: the white coat effect. Some people experience changes in their body, like increased heart rate or higher blood pressure, simply because they're being examined by someone in a white coat. That's how powerful the symbol has become. But interestingly, not all medical professionals wear white coats anymore. In many hospitals today, you'll see doctors and nurses wearing blue or green scrubs instead. There's a reason for that too. Bright white can sometimes feel intimidating or overly clinical. And in high-pressure environments like surgery, softer colors can be easier on the eyes. Blue and green also help reduce glare from bright lights and make it easier to see certain details during procedures. So while the white coat is still widely used, especially in clinics and general practice, it's not universal. Even so, the image remains, because the white coat isn't just about function, it's about what it represents. It reflects a moment in history when medicine transformed from something uncertain and often feared into something scientific and trusted. And that meaning has stayed with it ever since. So the next time you see a doctor in a white coat, you're not just looking at a piece of clothing, you're looking at a symbol, one shaped by science, history, and the need to build trust. This has been Questions Answered. If there's another everyday thing you've wondered about, let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy learning the hidden reasons behind things we see all the time, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.